Good morning. Good morning. This is a new day and this is a new me, and I am coming to you live this morning. Oh, and I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful today for what the Lord is doing in our lives. Oh my God, God is so phenomenal and He's such a mighty and an awesome God. So we're grateful today. Good morning, niece. It's good to see you with us this morning. We're thankful. Oh, enjoyed you guys over the holidays, and I'm just thankful for your presence in my life, and I'm thankful for you being on the live call, the live stream this morning. So we're thankful. And listen, we're talking about God is telling us that He's preparing us. He says, I'm preparing you. So let me read our scripture for this morning. And we're coming from Isaiah 64:4. Isaiah is one of my favorite prophets. Oh my goodness, what a man of God. Oh, what a man, what a man, what a prophet of God. Okay, this is what it says. Since ancient times, no one has heard, nor ears has perceived, no eye have seen any God beside you, who acts on behalf of those who wait for Him. Oh my goodness, that's that prophet Isaiah who's talking right there. Now let's talk about what God, you can go back and meditate on that scripture throughout the day, because listen, there is no other God, but there's only one true and living God, and that is the God of all creations. The God Jehovah Jireh, God Shalom, God Jehovah Shabbat. He is the one that we worship, the one that we adore, the one that we praise. Oh my goodness, we talk about Shabbaking God. We talk about giving Him glory, giving Him honor. He is our victory in battle. He is our strong tower. He is our refuge. He is our battle axe. He is whatever we need Him to be today. So we're thankful. We're thankful unto Him for being the God of all gods, the God of all creations, for being your Father, your healer, your deliverer, your sanctifier, whatever you need Him to be today, your confidant, your friend, your source, your being, your whatever you need Him to be, He is unto you today. And we're thankful for that. So listen, let's go into what He's saying today. He says, I'm preparing you. I'm preparing you for what's on the road ahead, just around the bend. Oh my goodness, God sees up the road further than what we can see, because with our spiritual eyes is the only way we can connect and see the things that God would have us to see, because with our natural eye, we will never be able to see it. You have to see it with the spiritual eye. He says, for I am preparing you for what's on the road ahead, just around the bend. He says, take time to be still in my presence, God says, so that I can strengthen you. He says, so that I can strengthen you. The bruiser you become, the more you need time apart with me. Listen, God is saying the more we become beat up with the cares of this life, when we're talking about bruises, there are bumps and blows that we take in our walk with God. And He says, when you spend time with me, I will heal those bumps. I will heal those bruises. He said, the more bruiser you become, the more time you need to spend with me. He said, when you spend that time with me, I can heal those things in your life. He says, so many people think that time spent with me is a luxury they cannot afford. Let me tell you what a luxury is that you can't afford, is not spending time with God. That's a luxury you cannot afford to not do. You have to spend time with God. If you're going to walk this walk, if you're going to stay in line, if you're going to stay in sync with your assignment, and if you're going to stay in alignment with the universe, with the laws of God, with the things that God is preparing for you, you have to spend that time in His presence, because if you don't, a bruise unattended will become something else. Have you ever seen an apple that's been bruised, and that bruise will decay and it will decay and it will decay, and before you know it, the apple is bad? Okay, so this is what God is saying. You cannot afford not to spend time with Him. That's a luxury we we cannot afford not to take advantage of. And this is what he says. As a result, you live and work in your own strength. You cannot do this on your own. Oh my God, I don't know why you think you can. Look at your life. Take a look down memory lane. Come out of the comforts of the living room of your mind and look down the road. Look back a while and see how you've made so many mistakes trying to do this thing on your own. But listen, you cannot operate in your own strength. Even the Apostle Paul, oh my God, come on, talk to me, Paul. Talk to the people this morning. He says, I prayed unto the Lord 3 times and to ask God to move this thing. The enemy of Satan came to buffet me. This thorn that was in my flesh, I sought the Lord 3 times. And the Lord said, my grace is sufficient for you, Paul, because in your weakness, then am I made strong. You're strengthened in your weakness through my strength. So Paul got excited about that thing. He said, oh my God, will I glory in my infirmity? Because I know that in my weakness, that's when you step in, God, and I am made strong. So we cannot do this thing in our own strength because we will become depleted. Our strength will become depleted. Oh my God, then you will either cry out for God to help you or turn away into bitterness. When you try to operate in your own strength, you're either going to go one or two ways. You're going to cry out to God after you realize that you can't do this thing in your own strength, or you're going to turn away into bitterness. You're going to get angry. You're going to get upset.